Welcome to the Artistic Mystic and Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your mystical muse, and I have a reading for the collective for July 4th through 10th, 2021. And be sure you like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, please leave your email address. It won't be shared with anyone, but I'm picking a winner from the list, subscriber list, at the end of June, or at the end of each month, so the end of July for this reading, for a free reading. And I'll do that also with my webpage, artisticmysticmuse.space, so you can increase your chances to possibly get a free reading with me. All the links below are free to help you find me, my Facebook page, the Facebook group, Mystical Seekers of the Light and Infinite Growth. If you're in a place of darkness or you're looking for some spiritual support in your growth or personal growth, please join our group. There's all kinds of interesting resources and engagement. It's a safe place for you to inquire about things maybe you needed help with, you were afraid to talk to anyone else about. So please feel free to join us there. There's links to the decks, oracle decks I've created, just a number of things. And for those of you who have subscribed, welcome back. For those of you who are new, I'm so glad you found this channel. So we're going to get started. Again, this is for July 4th through 10th, 2021. And I just did the overall reading for the month of July, and it's hitting on some of the same things in this first week of July. So we're going to start with an energy oracle reading, and we have that victory. Victory is something you can obtain. And 28 converts to a 10. In numerology, it's like a 1, but it talks about intentions, manifestation, new beginnings. So you're on the right path, especially if you're here. Have the strength to go after those things you want. Have the strength to do that. And that was in the July reading. That was a theme. Door to value. So this is interesting to me. 31 converts to a 4, which talks about foundation and stability. It's not just the door to value like monetarily, though that is there, but it also talks about value of the things you find value in, including the value, the worthiness that you have within yourself. And that's part of how you stand in your strength and confidence as you move forward with your path and those things that you want to develop. You also have, I love this card. It's the doors to adjacent possibilities. And what's really cool about this card, there's the typical doors that are kind of along the wall. Some are open, this one's closed, the big door at the end. But what I find fascinating are the doors that are up on the wall, many of which are open. But those are talking about this first week of July. There may be something, and it can be any kind of opportunity, offer, something that you maybe find on social media or Facebook feed or whatever it is on the internet that you hadn't thought of. And you get that kind of aha moment, which is in our tarot reading here a little bit later. So be open to things that maybe you hadn't even dreamt of that might be better than what you had thought or were thinking of planning. That's a really cool card. Have patience with yourself, with divine timing. This is a 16, which is a 7, which talks about connecting with source and trusting in the divine and divine timing. Appreciation, having gratitude for all things. This is how we get a 6 out of this 15, which is about balance, which again comes out in our cards. But she's got a rose, and behind her, the plants are blooming, and then there's plants that are not blooming yet. So to me, this talks about the seeds of the July reading that you're planting that are going to need nurtured to bloom. The challenges, the little things that maybe aren't as obvious as the flower being in bloom, but just the little things are also things you should have gratitude for. They too are blessings, even challenges, because they help you learn or grow. Some of you may have been feeling a little anxious, tied up, nervous about the change that's either coming or the changes you want to make. And so you're being asked, this is the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, who is in, I believe the crown chakra was in our last July, in the July reading, but it talks about being still, connecting, whether it's in nature, meditation, prayer, so that you can get those downloads, get those messages, get those inkles, niggles, nudges that that Spirit is trying to help you, guide you with and for. So we also have hidden motivations. So this card comes out, it comes out in our reading, and this talks about a little bit the Six of Cups, those things that, and I don't mean that you've hidden on purpose, but maybe life has not allowed you to go after or do the things that you maybe thought of or enjoyed as a child or when you were younger, because society, life, had you go down a different branch of your path. They're asking you to remove that veil or curtain and to find what really motivates you, what really lights you up, and how is it what you choose for yourself can be of service to others or help the humanity or the collective. And then taking a step or steps towards that, whatever that is for you, right? Bottom of the deck, new beginnings, brand spanking new beginnings. And that comes up again in our cards, our tarot reading. You kind of being rebirthed, and look what's, you've got an illuminated gate or gateway. What are you going to go after? What brings you joy? Are you making sure to make time to find joy in your life each day? That's important too. They don't have to be big things. Staying in a frame of optimism, of positivity, even when there's negative things. Like I said, how can you look at that as a positive? How you shift your mindset, because your thoughts control and send out frequencies of what the universe says, okay, well, here's what they're sending us. This is what they want. Keeping them positive is what's going to bring you positivity. And some of you have held these feelings of lack or unworthiness, which we just had in the door to value. So knowing that you heal your heart, that you are worthy of these things, there's no need for a sense of lack anymore. If you need help, ask for it. Ask Source, ask your guides, ask God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it, the universe, for healing. Maybe that's why you have the consciousness of lack. Maybe you need to ask for your heart to be healed from those types of feelings, or cords to be cut from those kind of situations that free you to leave them in the past. Because I got cleanup. And cleanup, a lot of times, it can be the physical cleanup. Clutter in your house, everything has a frequency. So the more clutter you have, the more anxious, stressed, heavy your energy can feel. It's also cleaning this up. That's the big one, is cleaning up your mind, your thoughts, because your thoughts are what creates your words and your actions. This journey you're on is not a race. It is not a sprint. Hang on, I dropped a card. It's something that's meant to unfold, and the journey to me is almost more important than the destination. You'll get to the destination, but how are you going to explore, discover, and enjoy the journey you're on? And they're saying go the distance, and you've got a 47, which is 11. So this talks about new beginnings, joy, going that distance, right? Having the strength to go that distance. Take time to breathe. Some people do breath work, form of yoga, running, whatever that is. It can just be in your meditation, but sometimes when we're under stress or when we're not being aware of our breathing, we do what's called shallow breathing. When you take a deep breath, that can help clear your energy. And this 29 is another 11 again. So you've got 1111, which talks about gateways, helping you proceed forward. You can also go onto YouTube and find guided meditations for just about anything, including breathing. So maybe for some of you that might be a help, because it's going to keep you from going round and round and round in your head. That's the first message I get with this. And it's a 25, it's another 7. So spirituality, though, talks about this going around are the cycles that we go in. The cycles are the lessons that we have signed up for while we're on planet Earth to learn. So as you complete one, the next one starts. And it also talks about coming back to the center. You are the center. Your light is the center. Your soul is the center. What is coming for you? What blessings? You don't need to ask why. You just need to be in the flow and receive it. Also, they say, the Spirit's telling me it's learning to not ask, why is this happening to you, but why is it happening for you? Why are you being given this experience? What might you learn from it? How is it going to make room, clear out something to make room for the blessings, the abundance, the experiences that the divine has in store for you in a good way? Because it's illuminated. Just saying. All right. Bottom of the deck, deep knowing. For many of us, we know there is something else. And here's another 7 again. So we've got at least 3 7s now for spirituality, connecting with source, the universe, etc. Deep knowing. And what's interesting with this to me is that I get that these are each moons. So you have the full moon and the new moon. Releasing is usually what's done on the full moon. The new moon is setting intentions or reaffirming them, depending on where you are in the process. We've got chaos and conflict, master number 33. So 3s usually talk about some kind of collaboration. The chaos and conflict can be things that have been, whether they're the physical manifestations in your space, in your 3D life, or it's the ones in your head, right? But what I love about this card is I also see it that these experiences are what transforms this kind of giraffe horse into the zebra stripes, or vice versa. But it's creating, these experiences are help create transformation for you, metamorphosis kind of into something new. And I'm also getting hybrid, and it goes back to this adjacent possibility again. They're saying that these opportunities or things that you had thought about may look different. There's a saying about, like, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. They're saying that's not what this is. That this hybrid, we'll call it a horse, is something you hadn't really imagined it to look that way. And it's a good thing because it's better than you could probably expect or imagine. So look at those things that the chaos and conflict can be kind of like, oh, the discomfort it creates for you, but there's a reason for it. And it's because it's providing something really unique for you, which is amazing. All right. I like that. Immunity. Some of you are being healed by the divine with frequency, vibration on a cellular or DNA level. Some of this also speaks to the immunity, the protection of the divine, of the spiritual realm that is watching over you or guiding you in this process. They're telling you to be fearless, to spread your wings. Some of you are caretakers. You are healers. You help care. Some of you physically, literally, actually care for other people. You're a healer of some sort or a health provider. For some of you, the caretaker, they're asking me to remind you that as a caretaker, we tend to be givers. We also tend to be empathic. We feel and sense energy, people's energy. They're saying that it's important for you to take care of yourself first, because if you aren't in balance and coming from a place of love and being healed, you can't take care of anyone else. So that's really important. Bottom of the deck, standing in your integrity, what you want, not just what you go after, but also your words and your actions, that it comes from a place of clarity, but also good intentions. You are coming out of a storm, some of you. It's not the creation of a storm. And some of this speaks to also the power you have, like a storm, to create change. That's important. They're going back to the funny horse, the hybrid horse, and the adjacent possibilities. There are going to be some things you thought, oh, I know what this is how this is going to play out or what I'm going to do. But depending on what shows up, you're going to change your mind. You're like, oh, I hadn't thought of doing it that way, or I hadn't thought of this as a possibility. That's why they want you to be open to the unusual, is how I would word that. Okay. Okay, we also have angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, who's in charge of the heart chakra. It says, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. And those burdens show up in the tarot reading. So ask Spirit, God, Creator, Universe, whatever your calling is, how you want to send it out, for assistance and to take those burdens, fears, anxieties, whatever it is, to be healed. Take back your power once again. This was in the July monthly reading. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. That goes back to that clarity again. That's kind of a theme for July so far. Moon cycles, Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations to capitalize on these cycles. And we just talked about that with this card. The new moon, the full moon, and the new moon. So also the moon, we know the moon affects like the tides. It affects like more children are born on full moons. Women go into labor more. It affects people's mental health as well, and physical energy. And that goes, they're also saying that why you need to take care of yourself. If you are feeling tired or you need to rest, you need to get more sleep, take a nap, whatever that is, but caring for yourself in that way is really important. And you have beloved one, Archangel Shamiel. It says, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So soulmates aren't just love relationships. They can be, but usually soulmates are someone you just connect to like that. And they usually are people that you're not only in alignment with and under the same vibration, but they support you or provide you guidance, could be advice, support, love, whatever that is. So yeah, you're gonna be given, whether it's help in a situation or someone maybe on your path that can assist you in whatever it is that's occurring that week. And it could be just like someone called to check on you, you know, that kind of thing. But it's someone you can talk to. Bottom of the deck, it says, spread your wings. Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So no more kind of dragging your feet is what I'm getting. That you need to take the step. And we had take the step with this. A little confirmation. Okay. And the other deck I have for the Oracle decks are the Watchers. And it says transpersonal. So there's this mountain of challenges. It can also represent experiences, people, but when it says the Watchers, transpersonal, it's asking when you're in something, whether it's drama, to step away from it, to be the observer, I guess is more of what I'm saying, and also look at, there may be epiphanies you have, to be aware of those, like when that thought comes in, and normally your ego's like, nah, that was just some weird thought. That's what they're telling you to pay attention to. Synchronicities, to be aware and to watch. And if anything is not making you comfortable, step back from it. Do not engage with it. Horned cactus. Resourcefulness. You have all the resources you need to make this happen. Whatever it is you want to pursue or go after or do. Spirit of the river. Movement towards adventure. So this could be travel for some of you, but it can also just be the adventure of your journey, of your life. And then they said to take this one. It says empty well, time to replenish. So some of you, and there's that spiral again, to complete segments of your journey, you have to take care of yourself. That's just a regular thing that you need to do. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. So you're not to push yourself. You're supposed to do things kind of in and when they come. And what's interesting, both of these numbers convert to sevens, which is spirit talking. The last card, they said, some of you may feel that you're lost in space, needing direction. So you may be not exactly clear as to how you want to go towards that or what you want to go towards. So that's also why you need to take time for yourself, to connect with yourself, your intentions. Also, that's what I do as an oracle reader and spiritual coach. So if you feel you need some extra guidance, go to my link, schedule a reading, and we'll see what Spirit has to say for you and how we can assist you. All right, so now to the main reading. the thing you need to be aware of for the 4th through the 10th, we have the 6 of Voices. So this is kind of interesting to me, this card. Normally the 6 of Voices is the 6 of Swords, and it talks about leaving choppy water, going to calmer water. It can also talk about and how that can find you balance, but also pursuing something that interests you, learning something new, whether it's taking a class, going to a workshop, reading something, because it's going to help you. Yeah, this person is standing on the end looking down, like where to go next. So guidance, because the 7 of Cups as a clarifier came out. Normally when it's this way, it can talk about making choices, blessings. But in this case, because it's upside down, it kind of goes with this. Perhaps you've been confused and not sure what to do next, what steps to take. And what's needed is you need to get clear here with your logic, with your integrity, with whatever it is for you to make a choice that is just and right for you. So that may be part of your challenge, because the choice has to do with the Ace of Cups. This has to do with all kinds of love, of pursuing those things that light you up, that make you truly happy. And in order to figure out that, it's again letting go of the past and not realizing that you still have 2 cups. And actually, if you follow the bridge over here, you can make it to your beautiful house. So change, making a switch, turning around what you need to do. And you have the Magician also as a clarifier. You have all the tools to do this. And it's about being clear and setting those intentions so that and then taking steps towards helping them to manifest, to get your 9th cup, your wish fulfillment. And that was part of the July monthly reading, was what is your going after your wish fulfillment, the 9th cup, making that turn towards that. Spirit's advice, you have the Tower card. And what's interesting about this card is normally in traditional tarot, the foundation is crumbling. In this case, this person's being struck by lightning or having that epiphany moment of what that is. But you have to be watchful, aware of what signs, synchronicities, messages you're getting, because the divine is going to provide you with assistance as to how to go on this journey, this path. You're being divinely assisted, but you got to pay attention. This Tower moment, this feeling of being stuck and then having this rebirth is what this is about. Death and rebirth. You birthing yourself in a way that creates something new, creates a different side of you, how you look at things, because it's going to help you let go of fear. This is the Devil card, but this talks about fears, anxiety, releasing of the past to start a brand spanking new beginning. So we got double confirmation here. So this week to me is pretty big as far as you taking those steps to get where you need to go. If you follow Spirit's advice, you're going to be more balanced. This is the 2 of materials, learning to balance your physical side, your spiritual side, things in life that you have to do versus, the other things that you'd like to pursue. And I'm getting with the roses, it's from a place of love, something it makes you feel good. And you're going to be able to let go of these swords, the anxiety, the stress, to pursue that thing you really love with your cup, going after it, the Knight. 6 of emotions is the outcome. It may be something or someone from your past that's involved. It can be a thought or experience from, childhood or the past that was something you maybe set aside that you didn't pursue. It could also be someone from your past that it may involve, because we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, letting, sleepless nights, letting that go, finding peace. That's what's the outcome is going to be. Finding balance. And maybe some kind of collaboration, whether this is you, your higher self, and the divine, the universe. It could also be you and another person working collaboratively to build something that's stable. And the last outcome card is the 10 of Inspiration, which is the 10 of Wands. You've been carrying you know, whatever this load has been, you're going to lighten that load. You're going to put that down, because as that cycle ends, the next one begins, coming from a place of abundance, stability. Also, this woman, the Queen of Pentacles, is about kindness. And she's very stable. She's got what she needs. Ending of the past, of heartache, things that wounded you, that's being released. If you follow Spirit's advice, times to bring you joy, celebration, and the Wheel of Fortune. The completion of one cycle, and now the beginning of the next one, and luck involved in that. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Inspiration. This is the 8 of Wands. So this talks about swiftly moving forward, or it could be communication coming in. We also have the Muse of Inspiration. Okay, so this is about you swiftly going after what inspires you. What is something that you really enjoy, want to do. And bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the 4 of Cups. This person is looking at what's obvious, or what has been, and I'm getting adjacent possibilities again. Here's the cups, we know what they look like. Here's this other cup the divine is handing you. Something amazing if you're aware, if you are watchful, if you're paying attention to what messages you're getting, synchronicities and signs, to take that leap of faith, to go on that new beginning that makes you emotionally stable, heart-filled, happy, that's in balance, that's giving and receiving. You giving and also receiving. And again, being assisted. Being assisted. Okay. That's all I have for you for this week. Again, thank you for joining me. If you need a reading, go to my website. Be happy to help you find some light in whatever it is you're dealing with. Join us on my Facebook group or my Facebook page if you sign up. Subscribe to this channel or my website. You earn a chance for a free reading. I'll be drawing at the end of this month. So again, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.